The Freedom Credit, page 7. The only trustless, open source, unhackable money. The private ledger, what is this? How is it different to centralization and even decentralization? And why is it better and superior in practically every way? Then we're going to be looking at some more sending and security and how to prevent double spend and the original source or initial supply, covering the theory of how these concepts could work in practice. So the private ledger. First, you need to understand, well, what is a ledger? It's an accounting record of your financial balance and transaction history. So how much money do you have and where have you spent it and what's the history of all that, of incoming and outgoings. And so whether it's fiat in banks or crypto in wallets or freedom credits in your account, if you don't have a ledger, managing your finances is going to be next to impossible. Unless you're just using cash. You obviously don't need a ledger for cash, but anything digital, you need to have a ledger. Banks provide a centralized ledger, allowing you to recover your account if you lose your phone or login details. However, there's many vulnerabilities here, such as account freezes, privacy issues, and hacking risks. I had my card frozen the other day from my bank because I tried to buy a game online and I had to call up the bank and say, I didn't give permission for you people to block my card. This is an extreme inconvenience. It wastes my time, it wastes my money, because then I had to buy a more expensive product, and it was a terrible feeling that someone else was in control of my money. Cryptocurrencies, they use blockchain technology for transaction records, but they also face challenges like public visibility, slow speeds, high fees, limited transaction capacity. So why not eliminate ledgers entirely, given their security vulnerabilities? Without a ledger, your balance and transaction history would be stored solely on your primary device. Well, even then, it's still a ledger, but it's not a backup of your ledger like you do have with crypto wallets and bank accounts. And I explain why that's a bad idea, just to have it on your primary device, like your phone. What that would do is it does allow true peer-to-peer transactions directly from one wallet to another without intermediaries that can be intercepted or hacked, significantly enhancing privacy and security. However, there's a big downside. If you only have a ledger on your own device, if you lose that device, you lose all your money with no way to recover your money, which is terrible. That's not a good system. So, but what's the solution? What do we do here? And my idea is to propose a self-hosted private ledger across your own network of devices. So instead of having decentralization where you rely upon lots of other people, rely upon yourself here. Not the banks who you have to trust, not a decentralized network who you have to trust. Trust yourself, your own self-hosted network of devices. And it's a lot simpler than it sounds. It's not complicated, it's actually really, really simple. So no technical skills are needed. Just install the app and log in on each device. That's it. Store them safely in multiple locations, ideally in EMF bags to protect against EMPs and to protect against theft and fire, floods. Keep them safe. Give one to a friend to put in his bedroom on the other side of the country, to your family over here. Just have a safe network of these devices backing up your ledger on your own private, secure devices. And what this does, it eliminates the threats of hackers attacking a central server or decentralized blockchain. If you use freedom credits like this, your financial information is private, and it makes it extremely difficult for malicious people. Oh, I need to get rid of that word actor there. You know I don't like that word actor. Malicious or criminal, evil people to target you. The best security is privacy, and private ledgers are the future which guarantee your financial sovereignty, because everything else is second best, if you can call it that. That'd be a generous statement. So sending and security. You can secure your account with a 6-digit PIN, password, biometrics, all the standard jazz. 2FA, sending, passcode confirmation also available. Each DIT, which represents 0.001 of a freedom credit. This idea I am still working on, but at the moment, the concept is each DIT has a unique ID to prevent fraud and counterfeiting. And the system is programmed to only accept 10 quadrillion uniquely coded DITs, because 10 trillion freedom credits, 3 decimal points equals 10 quadrillion. I'm not used to saying that number because it's so big. DITs. And the system will reject any attempts to create new ones to stop counterfeiting. Your public key, which is derived from your private key, it allows you to receive funds and is integrated into your QR code and your custom username, if you choose to use it. To send freedom credits, your private and public keys must align with the receivers. The app automatically signs a transaction and updates your ledgers, ensuring an end-to-end encrypted digital handshake. This is basic technology. That stuff already exists, so there's no reinventing the wheel there. It's only a new invention, an idea of a private ledger where there's no blockchain, there's no banking centralized servers. It's just you have credits in your wallet and you send them to other people. Now it's in their wallet. It gets transferred peer-to-peer. It can only do it when it gets the right digital handshake with public and private keys. We know this technology already works very well. That can be relied upon. And you back up your ledger, meaning your account balance, your history, on multiple different devices. So if you lose your phone or your laptop or it breaks, you've got backups. It's really quite simple and almost amazing how it hasn't been thought of and how we don't have this already. No third-party verification is needed. Your keys are all you require for secure private transactions. There's no middlemen, centralizing protocols or intermediaries. So for increased protection, it's also recommended what you can do is create several accounts. So it's not just one account, because you could have one account, but 10 devices, 100 devices, 1,000 devices backing up that one account. But maybe you get held at gunpoint to give the codes, passwords to that account, and now that entire account is compromised. So it's also a good idea to have multiple different accounts. Don't tell anyone. So you've not just got one account with 10 devices that you've backed up, maybe 2, 3, however many devices you want. You've got 2 accounts, 3, 4, 5, however many accounts you want. And maybe you put 5,000 in the first account, 5,000 in this one, 5,000 there, 5,000 there. It's just however secure you'd like to be. It's very difficult, if not impossible, to have this level of security with any other system. And the idea is to have it open source, so you can inspect the code yourself and see that it's reliable. You can trust it. It can be forked and even improved upon. Because all transactions are true peer-to-peer, like actual true peer-to-peer, there's no other system. Even if they say they're peer-to-peer, they're not. They're not peer-to-peer because they have to bounce through other people's computers. They have to rely upon consensus and proof of stake, proof of work, all these other systems. You have to trust not just the people, but their computers. Their systems can make errors, can fail. There can be problems that arise with the actual protocol. People can group together and change the protocol, which is not something you want with something so important as money. This system is trustless. It's like using cash, where you hand it from me to you. Using fiat or crypto is like handing cash to the postman and praying they deliver it. So to prevent double spend, a common issue is double spend, and that's a tricky problem to solve. So imagine you have 5 devices with your account and balance installed locally. You use your primary device, say your phone, and you use that to transact at the cafe and down at the supermarket. If you spend your entire balance of 1,000 freedom credits because you're buying a lot of peanut butter that day, but you then check a second device that hasn't updated, it may still show 1,000 freedom credits, allowing you to make more purchases and double spend. And so obviously you don't want that. That's not fair. You may want that, but it's not good for the system overall. To prevent this, every transaction sends a ping to your personal network and private ledger. When you log in online with a second device, it automatically receives the pings and syncs to reflect your new balance, ensuring double spend is impossible. It happens behind the scenes, so when you're putting in your PIN to log into your account or your wallet on another device, it's already happening. It's already there. You don't even necessarily see it unless you're logged into the device already. It might say something like synchronizing with the latest ping. Additionally, a 3-second transaction limit allows for your network to update. So you can only spend money once every 3 seconds to stop some kind of malicious hacking issue occurring. Or just you trying to double spend by being a naughty little boy or girl. By eliminating the need for a consensus mechanism and relying solely on public and private keys, the system facilitates unlimited transactions globally all across the world, free from bottlenecks caused by central servers or mining protocols. This is true peer-to-peer, and it means that you can transfer money at close to the speed of light, which is how fast fiber optics works, close to the speed of light. The only limitation is actually the internet connection that you have. And you will need an internet connection. Still trying to work on an idea how it could operate offline, but that is a very tricky issue. I'm sure it can be done, but for the moment of this recording, that is not even on the site. So when a backup device is activated, it receives or pings an order of timestamps. That's also important to avoid discrepancy, building a complete transaction history. The original source or initial supply, that's where all the freedom credits are stored before you purchase them with fiat. So imagine you've got some kind of smart contract, this wallet, or the OS, the IS, where 10 trillion freedom credits are. And every time you log in to your app on the wallet, you go buy, and you can connect in and you can see, oh, there's only 8 trillion freedom credits left. Okay, I'm going to spend 100 Australian dollars and I'm going to get this many freedom credits. Boom, okay? Then the balance from the OS decreases by 60 freedom credits, whatever it is. Stored on a blockchain, that is an idea. This is not confirmed 100%, but that's an idea to have this OS stored on a blockchain. It offers enhanced security against hacking. So if anyone was trying to attack it or take it down, there'd be multiple points where they would need to attack to remove it from the internet so no one else can get access to it. So the point is to make that practically impossible. How exactly that occurs, that is to be decided. Each time Freedom Credit is released, it's stamped with a unique code, ensuring its authenticity and preventing counterfeiting. And again, I will state that is just one idea. The ultimate goal is, however it works in practice, to make it non-counterfeitable. If it's using this idea or another, is inconsequential. The smart contract, it doesn't need to record its own transaction history. So let's say, for example, someone does hack into it. Oh, where were these freedom credits going? You can't tell. It only updates the balance left for purchase in the OS, and that's going to further enhance your privacy. So I hope that makes more sense now about the idea of a private ledger and how it's so different and so much better than any other idea out there. You don't need to rely upon banks and centralized hosting and servers that they have complete collectivist democratic control over. You can rely upon yourself individually as a sovereign to have total power over your wealth and financial security, which is, it's just on a totally different level, and it's amazing. Next, we'll be looking at page 8, which is going over just a few things here. What's my motivation? Why am I doing this? Why do I care? Am I a scammer? Am I someone trying to make the world a better place? What's going on? Bitcoin problems and understanding inflation, how that can work with a short scenario. And that's all I've got so far for the Freedom Credit. So I'll see you in the next video explaining that topic. Bye for now.